change your name here since you're not me. So Chammy at Cham SC2. There we go. All right. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to episode, I believe this is what episode is this? This would be episode 49 of The Dank Shrine. So I have two guests with me today. Eddie's going to join us in just a little bit. But right away, I have with me Cham, not Chan. What the fuck, dude? I can't spell. My bad. Cham, how you doing, my friend?
It's fine. You just can't spell Cham. Just like how it is. I'm doing great. I did some ladder in Europe. Be pumped.
Yeah. Oh, and you just played Neeb in the what was the Filthy Cup, right? Filthy NA.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see how those games. How did those turn out?
He destroyed me trio.
Rip.
But
You've beat him in that
was,
before, though, right? Like you've beat him in that tournament before, haven't you?
yeah, it was 3-2 last time, I think.
Okay,
This
nice.
time he played pretty good, and I had some few mistakes. It's just good for him.
Yeah. Well, Neeb's like right. It's like whenever you just had to play him, isn't it kind of just like okay, like you just like all right, time to play Neeb.
Well, at first you have to accept that you might lose against a top tier player,
Right.
and then you just gotta not be nervous and do your thing. But
Yeah.
you still make mistakes and stuff. Sometimes you're like, whatever.
For sure. What do you think his biggest weakness is? Like, does he even really have one? Like from your experience with him, like, what do you think?
I think his weakness is he loses to a lot of weird stuff that pro gamers do. He's pretty good at standard games because he understands and reacts pretty well. But in weird things like drops of inertia or like the games he did against Serral didn't play some games standard, and I think that's why he lost. So I think that's his weakness, the adaptation of him. But he's still good anyway.
Right. Yeah, he's one of those players. It's like that is the weakness, but it's like hard to exploit. Still, it's like like that is kind of what you need to do, but at the same time, it's still pretty tough, right? To just deviate and come up with something. So
Yeah.
But yeah, man, thanks for joining me. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Since for those that don't know, we did pick up a new sponsor now with 1F Pro. So thank you to those guys and our continuing sponsor with Sloth Esports. Cham, so you just won Copa America Season 3, correct?
No, I got second place actually.
Oh, okay. Why did I think? Did you win? You have won that before though, right? I'm not wrong. Am I?
Yeah, it was like last year, 2016, the
okay.
second season.
God, okay, that's why I was okay. I was just looking at the wrong year. God, I was like, I could have swore that he won. Fuck.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I mean, that's obviously like what now. Copa's like what? Like that's like the challenger for like NA, basically, right? Like that's like
For the last time.
Yeah, the equivalent. Gotcha. And then who did you end up playing through?
Well, at first in the round of 8, I played Killer, and I won 3-1. Then I had to face Calazur in day 1 as well. I lost that time in 3-1, but this season was different. They added the losers bracket, so
Gotcha.
the next day I had to play Killer, but he didn't show up. I don't know what the reasons were, but next round it was like the qualifying round to a for the top 2 to play major. So I ended up winning against Calazur 3-1 that day, and then I faced out major in the finals, which he ended up winning 4-0.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but between like the three of you, I think you're definitely the best players to come out of the Latin American region, right? You, Calazur, and then Special or Major, which whatever he's feeling like going by.
He's special now.
Special.
He likes to be called special now.
He's very special. He's very special. But no, and then you recently competed in Yonkoping and you did pretty well, and then now you're going to be heading to Valencia. Are you pretty excited to be able to compete in Valencia?
Yeah, of course. I am. First of all, I am really happy about our scene as it's becoming stronger with time goes on. So I think I am the weakest of Calazur and Major because they had practice in Korea. They had better practice partners. However, about my performance, I'm still happy too, but I still think that I got a little bit of luck in both times. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I can continue to be consistent in Valencia. However, I would like to just give my best, and right now I am like rank 6 of BlizzCon.
Hmm.
And even though, I mean, I like to be a dreamer, so I want to believe that I have the possibility to go to BlizzCon, so that's why I'm practicing for Valencia now, and then Montreal, just take it step by step.
Right.
So yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I'm happy to go to Valencia, which is going to be. I will fly like in 4 days, I think. Yeah, 4 days. No, 3 days.
Perfect. I
So
wish
yeah.
that we would have had the brackets by today. Unfortunately, we don't, because it would have been nice to for you to know, right? So then you know who you're playing, but then also we could have talked about it a little bit. Is there anyone that you really like? Like besides like the obvious, is there anyone that you really don't want to play, or is there like like a matchup you're not feeling like the best about like right now?
Well, I think just the top tier players that always get the semifinals, like Serral, Nib. Serral and Nib, I think, are the most scariest players, and
Mm-hmm.
then I think all the others are beatable, but still there is like different levels. So I
Sure.
will not like to face the last top four,
Right.
but I think there is still a lot of players, so I might get lucky again. So not sure.
Yeah. Well, and you've been doing, really well just from the beginning of this year, starting in Austin. You had a really good finish in Austin. I think did you have the highest finish of anyone on OSC route at the time there?
Kalasura and me got the same.
Oh, that's right.
play.
That's right. Yeah. And then, for your finish there in Valencia. So you've been doing really well and you've been improving and improving. It's clear that you're just going up and up. So and it's just awesome to see, not only one of the players who's been around for a long time, because you've been around for a very long time, right? So it's nice to see that your practice and your hard work is starting to pay off, right? You're just getting better and better, and now you're being recognized for it more and more, because a lot of people are like, yeah, Cham, you really can't sleep on that guy. Like, he's just getting better and better, and if you're not ready for him, he'll roll you over.
Yeah, I have been here in this scene for like since 2011, I think, from the Boxer and Marine King times. Where they
Yeah,
used to win the OGs.
basically like from the start. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like even when I was younger, like I always recognized your name, like playing in tournaments and stuff. So it's kind of like I've just always seen the name on there. From when I was younger, even before I like really followed more than just like the Korean scene, right? I was like I recognize some of the names and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, and I remember those times that I used to like to be a dreamer, and I took step by step to be able to scale that mountain of success. I mean, I don't think I'm doing that great, to be honest. I would like to, of course, bring out more results, but I think little victories add up to a bigger achievement. So I think I'm doing good, even though it has been a lot of years. I would like to have done this since before. But yeah, I think in the past I didn't have the best practice or didn't have the best mentality at the time, so I wasn't able to become better at the game until now, I think. So I wish I could have the go back in time and tell that little Chammy other things.
Right.
So yeah,
That's interesting. What do you think would be like if you could tell your previous self one piece of advice, right? You could tell yourself one thing. What would it be?
to get better, you mean, right?
Just anything. If you could, even if it's not even StarCraft Late, what would you tell yourself?
Yeah. Well, I will tell myself that I have to know myself. Like for example, like the pro players. Like for example, there is like an advice from a lot of pro players that you have to play the mouse like slow, the DPI.
Mm-hmm.
But to some players work for them, but to other players doesn't work. For myself, I play better with faster. So I mean, you can try what other pros, other top tier players do, but it doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. That's why I mean like you have to know yourself and maybe try other things and see if it works for you or no. So I was starting to get a breast problems with the slow DPI, so that's why I turned it on. So it's a lot of things outside of the game and inside of the game as well.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas before I was like, oh, I just need to do this or whatever. But now I like to analyze better the replays and maybe try some other things. But yeah, just not force the things.
Right. No, that makes sense. Just like figure out what works for you. Don't always try to imitate. Try to be an innovator. Like pave your own path.
Yeah, maybe something works for me pretty well. Doesn't mean it's going to work for you, or it can be even work better for you, or it can be really worse. So
Hmm.
you work differently, and that's our nature of humankind. So you're different and you are unique. So you might be better in other areas that I'm not. So yeah, just basically just know yourself better.
Yeah. What would you say has been like the biggest thing that's helped you like progress to this higher level that you're at now? Is it come from just like studying and replays and stuff? Does it come mostly from like training and practice? Like, what do you think has helped you come up from maybe like a not a lower tier player, but but more to a household name, if you will, right?
Yeah. Try to focus more on myself and trying to analyzing the replays, fixing my mistakes, and not trying to imitate other pro players.
Hmm.
I mean, I can always see advices or like see some things that I can add up to my play from other pro players, but the main thing is like the 80% of the work is that you have to focus on yourself. That's why True has his own style. That's why a lot of Korean players has his own style. So yeah, just focus on myself more in every area.
Got it. No, that makes sense, and I think a lot of people watching can kind of take that as a takeaway, right? It's like, focus like for myself, like I'm not a very good player, right? But what works for me is being cheesy, so I've just embraced it. Like that's just the type of player I am, right? Like that's what works
Yeah,
for me.
the aggressive style could be good for you then, I think.
Yeah. No Regret showed us that, right? Like you can get into Code S if you're just like
Yeah.
an aggressive Zerg. Like that works. Well, that's way too big. But
Yeah,
no.
he beat down a top tier Zerg. It was Solar, or who was it? The Zerg Korean he beat?
No,
Can't remember.
it was
It was like a super good Zerg. Impact, I think?
yeah, it was
No,
Impact. Yep.
I think so.
Yeah, Impact. But yeah, no. So yeah, I mean, if anything, that just shows you, like you can really, you can really play any way you want. Just as long as you're good at it, you can make it work, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
So, um, Thermal said he wanted me to tell you that Optimus refused to sing Despacito despite the mood being perfect.
Okay. He sometimes get tilt about long games and Zerg.
I think Thermal he's like said I'll give you $1,000 if he sings it, and he's like, no, I can't do it. I would have liked to have seen it though. I think that would have been funny. But yeah, okay. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on currently, and you know more about it than I do, and we'll talk to Eddie, who knows even more about it. But obviously, like Root and OSC now have split, right? So yeah, we kind of don't even know like whether or not you're teamless, like because like OSC has stated we're going to help out the players still, but it's like, well, is that like in a team fashion? Is it just like like a sponsorship like per person? Like it kind of isn't clear, so we kind of need to like figure that out, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was really happy once I joined OC Root because like Root was like a pretty good. It's still a pretty good team, like the name.
Oh yeah.
And OSC put down the money, so it's like the perfect sponsorship and the perfect team. So yeah, I worked on like 8 months. I think it was the period I was there. Don't remember, but yeah, I think they in the statement that shows up, they end up in good terms. That they part away. Right now, I don't think I can give too much details. Maybe we should wait on Eddie. But
Yeah.
I have already a team. I already signed to a team, so I think we have to wait Eddie to tell us a little bit more about that and details.
Okay, so you actually have already found like another team to sign with,
Yeah,
but you can't say anything about that just yet.
yeah, just yet. I think we
Got
have
it.
to wait, Mr. Eddie.
Okay, wait for Eddie. Okay. Well, yeah, and Eddie, I know you're watching, so just go ahead and join whenever you're ready, man, and we'll throw you in. Everyone's giving me shit because I changed my emotes. Yeah, we've got the 3 levels of dank now, guys. So you got the just the regular green dank, you got the silver dank, and you got the golden dank. So 3 tiers. So yeah, we'll find out more about that here in a little bit. But no, it's and it's yeah, from both statements, we kind of had read that it was both teams were kind of, or both orgs were in agreement. You know, it wasn't like a negative thing, right? It wasn't like, oh, we're not, you know, we don't like each other. It was very like, yeah, you know, we agreed that we would split. You know, it'll be for the best. So, and you know, because of that, you know, like some people stayed with Root, and then you know, like yourself, some have not. And then who all left? Oh, Gauntlet, thank you for that host, man. 79 viewers, appreciate it. Who all left? It was you, Probe, Igiz, Demi,
Panda Bear Me.
and Panda Bear Me.
Yeah, Panda and Demi Love. Yeah.
Yeah. So quite a few people, and I think you and Probe being at the top of that list, right? Like for like having the best results as of late, you know, for like tournament runs and everything that had left. So I think a lot of people found that surprising, like, whoa, like who would have thought, you know, who saw that coming? So, and I think Katz had said that, you know, each player was offered the opportunity to come to Root. Was that what he had said, I believe?
Yeah. I mean, Katz asked us if we wanted to stay in the team and make us like another offer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends. I don't know about the contract of Pro or Iago's or Panda or Demi if it ends up there.
Mm-hmm.
But myself, it was like perfect timing. My contract ended up like a few days before. So he offered me the opportunity to be in Root Gaming, to stay in Root Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And I've received the other opportunity that the team I'm telling you that I already signed up. So for my future and for my career and for what I'm doing, it was better to leave Root, I think.
Okay.
And it was better to leave Root because in terms of money and like travel support and all that kind of stuff for my career, it was better to just change. So I don't know. I am still sad because they part away because I like the team and the teammates and everything. But I think it's a new start, and I'm still happy anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, they put down that they were in a good agreement, like in good ways. But you never know. So yeah, not sure.
Yeah. Well, I think Eddie's about ready to come in here, so let's welcome Eddie to the call. So, Eddie, can you hear us?
Yes, good morning. Sorry I'm a little late. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Turn on that webcam, man.
Yep. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
How we going?
That's still not on. Try her again.
Do you want to just mute me while I get it fixed then? Shouldn't be a minute.
I don't think I can actually mute you individually. Because it's Skype, so I don't think I have that. Yeah, well, no, do I? No, I can't. Welcome to Skype. Just unplug it if you need to, and we'll make it work, guys. We'll make it work. If not, we've got Eddie's cool avatar we can talk at. So, otherwise, I can get that picture of you in the tank top up.
I might just rejoin the call, see if I can set it up.
Okay.
Might be a minute.
Sure. Cham, can you turn on the light? People are saying it's a little bit dark. They want to see you.
There's a problem here. Maybe I can put down the laptop light. Because, is it better?
That's a little bit better.
Yeah, it's just that the light here, it doesn't work, so I have to call a specialist to review it. So yeah, it's just like the kitchen and the room, but here this area doesn't have light. So sorry.
Got you. No, it's okay. You know, you do what you can, right?
Yeah,
so,
sure.
That's all right. We'll make it work. But yeah, so we'll get Eddie on here in a second, guys. In the meantime, thank you for joining us today. Really appreciate everyone stopping by. I know we already got a couple of new followers, so appreciate you. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there we go.
Hello, I'm back.
There we go. And look at that
Back
sweet
in
transition. Perfect, man. looking swaggy, and you got a little vest on there. I like it.
Yeah, I've had to go to work once we're done with this show, so I'm looking a little bit formal, if you'll forgive me.
Oh yeah, man. There's nothing wrong with that. You look good.
Thank you.
You're looking good. Okay, so yeah, I think the biggest thing on everyone's mind right now is what the hell's going on with OSC, right? Like with the split with Root and everything. Like I think, there's like people are like confused a little bit. Like, well, what's the deal? Is it a team? Is it just an organization now? Like, are you like everyone knows they're still running the tournaments, right? But you had made the statement like, well, we're still going to support like the players financially and stuff. So, but it kind of wasn't clear. It's like, well, is that like OSC is like its own team now? Like, so explain to us kind of what's the deal here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so the OSC Root partnership for the SC2 division has dissolved, as has been announced by both parties, which is a little bit disappointing because we sort of assembled an awesome team, right? A very large team, successful team in that 12 months. I think if you look at the last few WCS events, we had the most players in the top 16, won the Dusk League Championship, and we were rank 1 in our new team championship as well. So we're doing really well. So from that perspective, it's a little bit disappointing. There's no real drama or anything like that, and I think it's important to remain professional. Obviously, I can't reveal any details about partners or finances or player contracts or anything like that. Just the reason for partnership dissolving at this period in time, it was just sort of coincidental. It was at the 12-month mark. Was primarily due to change in some of the partners' situations and how that affected our operations going forward, and like allocation of resources and budget, and just the changing of different directions that we wanted to go as many people at the table, different minds. So it was all above board and pretty mutual. So we're just going our own way now. The OSC members involved in a partnership and Root are back doing their thing, and back with a SC2 squad under their name. And we just had to follow due course and take care of our responsibilities and everything like that with the dissolvement process, and honor our commitments. And there's certain processes we had to go through just to let all the partners know and players know and everything, so it's all above board, and honor those commitments. Now that the partnership has dissolved, a lot of players are free agents, so to speak, because the contracts are null void with all the partners involved, signatures, financing, and the team name brand. We can no longer continue to operate under that. Obviously, like if we tried to do that, there'd be like litigation or something like that. So we can't do anything above like that. So with that said, OSC are still committed to supporting as many players as we can. I think it was a fantastic experiment. And on our end, we still have the finances to continue supporting such a project. So what we're going to do is we're going to run our own team.
Okay.
Wow.
So Cham, that's kind of what you're talking about then, right?
Yeah, but I just wanted to wait till
let Eddie do the honors. So okay. So is it just going to be Team OSC then, or is it going to be under a new brand, or what's it going to be?
Not sure on the exact name. Obviously, we haven't had a lot of time to lock that in, but it will be like a Team OSC, so to speak. The name will be to be determined.
Okay. Let me know if you want me to merc out Volts to you. I can do that for team leagues, so I can. I can hook you up.
Volts is a damn good player.
Yeah, he plays for Dank Shrine Pro. It's a 1-man team, but he does it pretty well. He represents pretty well.
They're a pretty cool group of guys, I hear.
pretty good group of guys, just the one. but no. But that's awesome.
We're committed to getting a pretty sizable squad. So
Yeah.
I don't think numbers will be an issue. And in actual fact, we've already had a few players commit. Some of these are past OSC route, now free agents, and some are new players who we're happy to support. And with that said, maybe on that note, we can announce that Cham is the first player to join our new OSC Team OSC organization.
Awesome.
And he'll be representing us in Valencia and for the rest of the year.
Perfect. That's sure. I'm happy. I'm very happy for the both of you. I'm glad that everything the split was really good, right? That went really well for everyone. And I'm glad that you're both being able to continue, with the passion, right? Like OSC obviously putting on, all these, events throughout the year, these online cups and everything throughout the year. And then Cham just kicking ass, and taking names and Austin and Valencia now, hopefully, and Montreal even, and hopefully we can get him to BlizzCon. That's the dream right now. So
that is the dream. And I think Cham can do it. He's on fire.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's only two stops left, so there can be a few lucky times, and then I can maybe qualify. So yeah, it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, damn. I'm looking forward to it as I'm sure everyone here is. So super excited for everyone involved with the org here. Are you able to tell us anyone else who's joined the squad?
Probably save those names for a couple of days and announcement.
Okay.
Some may surprise, some may not. Some of the more active players.
You signed Cats. That'd be a twist.
He's a mastermind. He would be a good player for clan wars and such like that. But yeah, I still, speaking of Cats, have a lot of respect for.
Oh yeah.
The partners involved who were in our partnership OSC route, and obviously a lot of love for the players that have been released or moved on or gone back to route or wherever they end up now. Looking back on it, it was a really fantastic experience, and it was pretty good for the organization, OSC. But people asking what's happening with OSC, this was just a small division really of the collective of what we do. Obviously running tournaments and prizes, and we just passed the 6-month mark for the year. Had some really good numbers there, and moving into quarter 3 and 4 we have big expansion plans. So bigger and bigger, and we're committed to StarCraft 2 and the community and players involved there. There's just a few lessons to take out of this partnership. A little bit disappointing the end result, but we move on to better things, bigger things.
Right. Yeah. But no, that's awesome. So do you know as of yet if you're going to be supporting any other games then, or just for right now, just the StarCraft 2 squad?
Our focus at the moment is StarCraft 2. However, we may continue to grow OSC to include other titles quite soon. Okay,
cool. It's awesome to see the org, like I said, just growing, and now the team gaining its own identity, as a team. I'm excited to see the jersey design, right? So I'm excited to see what you guys can come up with. Is there any early drafts yet? You don't have to you have to show me, but do you have anything you're kind of working on?
Nothing drawn up. I have a couple of ideas in mind with some of the names that have been discussed internally, but it's very early stages at the moment. It'll probably develop more over the next week or two.
Gotcha.
As we bring more players in signed as well, get their feedback. We'll all work together.
Gotcha.
Come up with a cool name.
Yeah. No, I think the other great takeaway from this now is not only are we getting like another kick-ass team, right? Like Root was already like a really good team, but now we just, with the separation, it's like, well, great. Now we just gained another really great team into the scene, right? So it's just like, it's good to see, like, that's good for StarCraft, right? Like, it's just, it's more growth in general. Like, there's enough, there's enough passion and money and interest for us to grow to even another team right now. Everyone, wants to complain like how the scene is shrinking, but it's like it's actually not. Like, like Hearthstone getting picked up by that team. I don't even remember the name. I know the logo is like the Red Bull. The bull that is red, not Red Bull, but but him getting picked up by them, and them, them trying to expand into StarCraft. So people are still interested in StarCraft, right? Like it's still, a really great scene, and it's good to see that people are still willing to invest the time and the money into it.
Yeah, I had a conversation recently with some StarCraft people about teams, and sort of came up about the same thing you're talking about. Rather than having a super team or one or two massive super teams, I think it's better for the ecosystem to have an increased number of teams, maybe more even and spread out. And like you say with Hearthstone, there's opportunities for companies to get involved with maybe one or two players directly to represent their brand, as there's probably less team-based need for players.
Right.
It's mostly individual competition, which is the nature of StarCraft mostly.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but hopefully we'll we'll see the new OSC team then in some team league stuff. So it'll be nice to get all the players an opportunity to compete against the former team, right? Not only in head-to-head, but also in the team format, right?
Yeah, there'll be a finals at the end of the year in December for our team championship. Obviously, with OSC Root dissolving, likely they'll have to be removed from the current rankings, which is unfortunate given they were rank 1. So at the same time, that's going to really open up,
shake up things a little bit.
Competition.
Yeah,
because there was a lot of teams chasing, but there was a little bit of a gap developing. But now that's going to be wide open, and teams are still welcome to join, and there's still 6 months left basically to qualify for the finals. So I'm sure Root Gaming and our new team would be in the running to make it. And who knows, on the day it's going to be a team versus team finals as well. So.
Right. Do you think the split up here automatically makes you guys rivals then? Like, what do you think, Cham and Eddie? What do you both think that's they're instantly kind of like OSC's rival now?
Well, personally, I have everyone. It's my friend there, so I don't see them as a rivals. But of course, if you beat them in an important tournament or something, you will get the pleasing yourself. But no, I still have a good relationship with everybody. So there's not like a huge rivalry, but it will feel good anyway if we beat them in a team league or like individual tournament, for sure.
Right. Semper says, Cham is my arch nemesis now. Never liked him, Kappa. So he takes back everything he said. It's on.
Oh, I was just pretending. But no, I hate you as well, man.
Oh, my gosh. No, that's awesome.
Make a show match right now.
Dude, let's... All right, okay, guys, you heard it right after this. Me and Eddie will do a quick cast. We'll do a best of 3 between Semper and Cham. No, but yeah, it's just that's cool. Eddie, what do you think? Do you think that it's kind of a rivalry?
Well, not at the moment. We've got to get started.
Right. But do you believe there will be a rivalry?
Not in the any sort of negative sense. I think,
yeah.
Cham says, there's a lot of friends and stuff with all the players and everybody. Yeah. So maybe a healthy rivalry in that term. Yeah,
absolutely.
They'll both be very good teams. We'll assemble a really good squad, and the Root guys that are going with them are very good players as well. So yeah, it should be a bit of fun. Why not?
Yeah. Rivalry doesn't have to have any negative things behind it. It's just like, no, we compete together, and because you know each other so well, it's like, well, they were my practice, they were my partners, and we practice. So you know each other very well, so I think that automatically kind of creates a little bit of a rivalry now, where it's like, okay, but now we're on different teams and we're competing. It's not like, team kill anymore. I don't have to feel bad about this anymore. Now I just want to beat you. So, no, I think that'll be good, and I think that'll be exciting for for these upcoming tournaments, in the team league and as some of the WCS events as well, right? Doing some of those lineups now, so we'll see if you hit some ex-teammates in Valencia, Cham. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, Cavasur is going. and I think that's it. Who else is going?
Yeah, I'm trying to think who else is going from.
I don't think I don't think Semper is going. Look, I have the list here. So
I think Diego might be the only one from
oh,
Root
okay,
going now.
and Toto is going.
Tigers and Probe will
Right.
be going.
But they're not on Root anymore. So
Yeah, I don't know. Are
No,
they?
that's true. But the ex-teammates.
ex
So yeah,
teammates,
it's
yeah.
just Solo and Kalasur,
Okay.
and they are in the open bracket, so they have to clean to face me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Diego's got a pretty good shot. Obviously, I don't know about Solo, but we'll just have to find out and see what happens. But I know that's something obviously we're all really excited about. That being the next major event. And yeah, and Cham, you said you fly out in 4 days.
Yeah, I fly on 10.
Okay.
It's like 3 days.
3
I'm
days.
on the other side of the world, so
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to get there.
yeah, like 16 hours, 20 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you pretty excited just to be traveling to Valencia? Just to see the city itself?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not like before when I was a little kid and my first flight was to a USA, I think, for the MLG. I was like super excited and I didn't even feel the flight, but right now, I think the flight is like cancer, like so bad.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I mean, I have a few tricks there that make me survive the travel. But once I get there, it's like the heaven,
Yeah.
I have my friends there, the hotel room, nice food. I know a best city. I do what I love. So once I get there, once I survive the travel, it's all good. It's like all heaven. So yeah, I am pretty excited for it, and also for the practice to pay it off. Even though right now I don't feel that strong, but I mean I never feel that strong, so it's like normal.
Right.
So I just happy to try to do my best there and be focused all the time.
Yeah, definitely. So just going back and talking a little more on the OSC side of things now, as far as like the org and everything, you were coming off of the best month last month to date, correct?
Yeah, May was a record month, and June numbers were a little below that, but still very, very good. Yeah, so we've just hit the 6th month mark of the year, obviously, with June and the end of the quarter. And we released a graphic. I think I sent it to you. I don't know if you want to pull it up, but
Yeah,
that highlighted the top participation winners from each region. We have a competition where if you're in the top 6 for your region for the 6 months, part 1, part 2, we pay you some dollars just for doing that and playing the game regularly. So that was being paid out to nearly everyone. I'm just chasing up one PayPal. And we have the top 32 players at the halfway mark. And yeah, it's a pretty cool graphic if we can pull it up.
Yeah, I've got this one. And then where was the other one? Because then this was another one I had, the OSC Championship.
The first one, no?
That's the database for the team championship. I'll link the picture in Skype. I can just grab the tweet. Might be easier. Link it from there.
Oh, I see it. My bad. It was farther up than I thought it was going to be. All right, so I'll just download that real quick. There we go.
I'll post the link in Twitch chat.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to see.
Yeah, so participation leaders, B-Lord, Demi, Siegfried, Cham, Future, me and Micah. I'm just naming a few random ones that I see here. True, Panda. So quite a few, but then Cham, obviously you're ranked number 1 on the 32 list. Quite a bit ahead of everyone else there too, like with True. So
Yeah.
hats off, man. Good job.
Yeah, thanks. I really like to play OSC. Even before I was in Root Gaming, it was like a great opportunity for me that I was like an open-comer player to be able to grow as a player in practice and to maintain myself in money. So yeah, for example, right now I can still practice there. I play every tournament. One, because I like it a lot how the format is. Like there's like tournaments every day with money and like good players sometimes. So I can like maybe get Snood, Namshar. I think Namshar and I have like a nice rivalry because in the finals of Proxy Tempest we always play. So it's like kind of nice to be always playing, and it's fun as well because I can try new wheels against good players and stuff. So everything is it was just good even before joining World Gaming. It was good to for me evolve as a player now. So that's why I am keep doing it. You know, if it works, it can still work. No.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Eddie, do you think of Cham since he's the first sign? Is he automatically the team captain for Team OSC?
We'll have to have that conversation. But for now, yeah, captain of one.
I want to see a nice big C on his jersey once it gets made. The captain of the team.
Okay. See what we can do.
So I know that we had a couple of questions here for Cham. Let me pull these open here. I think one off the bat, and I guess I didn't know why this was either, but Cham, how come sometimes you go by Cham or sometimes you go by Chammy? Is that just a nickname thing?
I like Chammy just because it sounds really cute. Okay. But in tournaments, I think I play with Cham. It's like more professional, you know. So
gotcha.
I think in professional, I stick with Cham, and then Cham is just for ladder and just to be cute, you know. But the professional, I like more Chammy, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Cham. Yeah.
Cham.
For professional.
Yeah. At least you're not like special, right? Just switching it up, you know, every other week, just different names and different memes.
That's bad for your fans, I think, because sometimes you're playing and they don't know you, like they don't see your camera, or you're not in a live event.
Mm-hmm.
Your fans don't even know it's you, so sometimes it could be bad.
Yeah.
And sometimes before I wanted to change the name, but I think about that, so I still like Cham. I mean, even in my school, and personal friends, they call me Cham because it's my last name. So like, I just like it a lot. I like my last name a lot, so
right.
I will stick with it till I die.
Scorpling wants to know, how do you stay so fit while playing so much StarCraft 2?
Well, me? I'm not fit.
You're pretty fit. Everyone was complimenting on the gun show that you were putting on when we had a little bit more light.
Yeah, well, I mean, I used to do a lot of exercise 'cause I like the fitness style, the fitness videos and stuff, the healthy life. But right now, I haven't done exercise really, or like eating well, you know, because I move out and then I am traveling to events, and then I don't want to do exercise because I want to practice. So right now, I'm not really that fit like I suppose, or like I want to. But however, I try to eat healthy as well. Like once I am home, or like traveling, I try to choose the healthier food, you know. Like for example, right now I am eating like an apple, but then in the morning I ate like a lot of bread and a lot of those bad things. So
gotcha.
So I try to have like a balance, you know. But these times I can't. I mean, you can, but it's hard for me. So maybe after Valencia, that there's going to be like more than 1 month separate from Montreal, so maybe I would like to do some exercise, and then after Montreal, another exercise like that. But yeah, just I always try to be healthier.
Do you have like a pre-routine, like before you play, like in a big tournament? Do you always like to eat like the same food? Is there anything like that for you, like a routine?
Oh, that's a good question. I think just bring in my point since before that I told you that you have to know yourself. For example, Calazur, I remember WESG last year in Brazil, he said that he doesn't like to eat before the match because he gets sleepy. And then I was like, no, I am like different. I have to eat so that I don't get sleepy because I have the energy from the food, you know?
Right.
So that point is where I encourage the players and all the community and all the players to know themselves so that they work. I mean, it doesn't mean I mean, that works for Calazur, but it doesn't work for me, you know. And he's a pretty damn good player as well. So
yeah, absolutely.
If I was like a fan, or like I was like a lower player, I think I tried that because he's Diego, you know. He's like, oh, top tier, you should work for me. But no, you really gotta know yourself. And for example, me, I really like to eat a lot before I match. So I think I have a big body, so I like to eat like twice as a normal person. That's why it's expensive to go travel. However, yeah, before a match, I always like to not be hungry, and so that I can focus on the game. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That makes sense. They say that, especially, breakfast being the most important meal of the day, it helps your mind, helps you focus.
Oh yeah, for sure. In the buffet and the hotels, I am the king there. I have like 3 or 4 plates of it. Then it was like, wow, you eat a lot.
I can see Cham just taking like the thing, everyone's like in the line for the buffet, and he just takes the whole tray.
Well, not like that, but yeah, it's kind of a lot. So, and it's pretty good in the hotels, the food, because I am a terrible cooker. So yeah, it's always good. Gotcha. I am looking forward for the buffet in Valencia.
Nice. Eddie, we actually had a question for you as well. Is how tall are you?
Me, I'm about 6'1".
6'1", okay. Someone was trying to tell me, I think it was Scarecrow, was trying to tell me you were like 6'4", and I was like, Jesus Christ, he's a giant. I mean, 6'1" still pretty tall, but like
6'1", 6'2".
Okay.
Depending on the measurement, I guess.
Okay. He was telling me a story about how
shoes.
He was standing next to you, and he felt like just like a child next to an adult. Like when you're a kid and you're standing next to like your dad. So I don't know. It's like one of those things, Cham. You probably know this too. What it's like, when you meet some of these players and people in person, you don't like realize like, oh, I didn't know they were that tall, or I didn't realize that they were that short. Like when you meet certain people, like the first time like I had met Nathanius, I had no idea that he was so short. I had no idea he was like way shorter than me. I thought he was like average height, right? And like the same thing with like No Regret. I had no idea he's like 6'1" or 6'2" as well. But like whenever you see him, like I don't know, I just assumed he was like a shorter guy. So it's just like kind of one of those funny things. It's like you just never realize, until like you meet them in person.
Yeah.
So
it's always different. So you have like an idea of who they are, what they do, or what they look like, and then once you see them in person, it's like totally different sometimes.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's accurate. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm going to open it up for the chat questions here. So, guys, if you have questions for Cham or Eddie, let them know. And Cham, we'll start with the you're stranded on an island, and you can pick 3 pro gamers to live with you.
Okay.
You can never get off the island. You have to live there with them forever. So, what 3 pro gamers do you bring with you?
I think Samper, because he's a nice roommate.
Okay.
And I don't need, because he's the Captain America. He will guide me to the victory. And which one is last? I think, I don't know, Sarah, because he's the pretty smart player.
Cyril, okay. So you got the smart guy in Cyril. You got the leader in Neeb, our Captain America, and then Semper just because he's a good roommate.
Yeah.
So good reasons. Good reasons. Yeah. Oh man, that's pretty funny. Eddie, who would you pick? You're stuck. Same situation. What?
Okay.
It's hard. You gotta think about it.
I've known a lot of players over the years. Maybe someone I'm really good friends with, like Death, now caster.
Mm-hmm.
Probably want a big, strong guy there to help out. So maybe Slivko, former Russian player. It was good fun as well to hang out with. Someone with brains. Someone like maybe Probe. He's a smart kid.
Okay,
yeah, those 3.
Okay, those are some pretty good picks. I like that. Probe's a pretty smart guy. I don't know. I think Eddie's team might live longer than Cham's team. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, it's like
they seem more capable.
It's like Neve just guide us through the sea, while Serral knows where the cardinal points are, while I have a chat with Semper, enjoying the trip. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, he selected a god, so Neve will probably work out a way.
Yeah, just builds the buildings from the ground up, and there we go. So, Jeff, thank you for the for that $3 donation, my friend. We really appreciate that. And I hope you enjoyed the donation GIF. I know when everyone like forgets that, like what it is. And then when they see it, everyone just like, it's so funny. It's that picture of In Control like jerking off, like from the old Asus ROG like 2012 tournament with Too Good. Hilarious. I love it so much.
That was a very entertaining tournament.
Yeah, the commentary of that tournament was probably better than the games. It's more memorable than the games themselves. Sure. So Cham, you had talked about to kind of like your routine. Do you have like any type of like a training routine?
Yeah. I always like to do exercise in the morning after breakfast. Like I eat and then I wait like 1 hour till I feel ready to go. Then before I eat a lot of carbs, a few things there to be able to have a lot of energy to do cardio and go to the gym. And then I back and then I do the rest of the meals. But then I practice in the afternoon. And then after that, I sleep a little bit, and then in the night I maybe play Korea or NA to get those any other heroes points. So yeah, that used to be my routine, but now it's different. Now that I don't do any exercise too much, I'm just like trying to practice since I wake up in the morning because it's when the Europeans are awake. And then in the afternoon I get the NLR heroes points, and then in the night I maybe watch bots or during the afternoon, or maybe I play Korea. So right now I'm just like 100% focusing for the tournaments because myself it's like I feel weird or if I feel weak, I like to always concentrate in the game, and then once I feel like strong or I feel like I will do a good show, I just calm myself and do other things. So right now I am in that state where I want to just concentrate. Just that there is like 3 days left.
Gotcha. Dread TV asked, "Are there any Cham? Are there any tournaments or locations you really want to play in, like a cool city you want to visit/play in?"
Yeah, I would like to go more to. I would like to go to Toronto, where like, the Canadian Championship was made. I would like to go to BlizzCon, of course, to Anaheim.
Anaheim, yeah.
And I would like to go to Korea. I have never been there because I would like to visit Korea houses, and I mean I would like to go to Korea to practice as well, but maybe in the future. And
maybe that's like a rib at Eddie, like Eddie. Like I really want to go to to Korea. I need to set me up, man.
Yeah, maybe in the future
we'll work something out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then I just basically want to know the entire world. I like every country, even the South American countries. It's like different culture and different everything, but I still like it. So I like that every tournament that I go, it's like different country and different city. Even like it's like China, but right now I'm going to Valencia. I have never been there. So yeah, I'm excited to go. And then it's Montreal. I was there last year, and I know what's gonna happen. I think because it might be the same hotel. It will be the same tournament area. So I know what to expect, but we'll still go because I had a great time that last year. So.
Right.
Yeah. Now I want to know Valencia. That it's close.
Well, you know, Valencia is known for their nude beaches, so you better make sure you keep working out, right? Because that's
the new what?
The nude beach.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what I think Drew said that's like the first thing he wants to do when he gets there. He wants to hit up the nude beach.
Yeah, he uploaded a photo in the Sidestrom house with 3 girls. You saw?
Yeah.
The exercise has been paid off. Wow.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, right now, I'm just looking forward for the food, the city, and then of course the hotel and the event, you know. But besides that, just to know the city and take a really good pictures to remember.
Yeah, absolutely. Question for Eddie. So Eddie, what's next on the docket for OSC? I know we kind of talked about making the team and we got the tabling finals coming up here pretty soon. Is there anything else that's kind of in the works that you can talk about or anything like that?
Yeah, there's quite a few things happening. Obviously, we're committed to investing into the team championship. That will hopefully continue to grow. Sort of projecting around $7,500 this year towards teams, and I'd like to see that increase further. It's great to reward teams, and we've already seen a lot of teams encouraging their players to participate and getting the rewards and data from that. And some teams making some strategic moves to acquire players, taking the team championship into account, which is great. So we'll continue to invest in that. I sort of hinted a little bit earlier that we have some big expansion plans coming for OSC in this quarter, or should be before quarter 4, taking us into new areas that we're currently not in and expanding the business that way, and launching our own team right now. That's taking up a little bit of time, as well as working through the process of partnership dissolution with Root. So we've done that. And more big tournaments. Personally, for me, a big one coming up is Masters Cup number 100. This is a brand that I've been running for, well, since the start of Wings of Liberty, so 7 years. So I want to do a big one for that.
Okay.
Probably $1,000 plus,
Nice.
multiple stage, just because it's one of the oldest franchises in, I guess, esports, really, because it was at the start of StarCraft 2. So I want to do a big one for that. And then just continuing to invest into running tournaments and supporting players in the competitions that we run. I mentioned before the participation prizes were just paid out, so that's reset now. So get playing, and you might be in the running for part 2. Good dollars to be won there. And like Cham said, there's plenty of reasons to play OSC. Outside of just the practice and the tournament money, there's a lot of competitions and value to your team and yourself that can be done. So yeah, we're just focusing ahead and have a lot of plans in the works. I don't want to be too specific of some things, as may come down to finalizing our next stage of investment that's almost done. So once we get that, full steam ahead. But yeah, a lot of things to come. OSC is just getting bigger and bigger all the time. The people involved in the organization are great. We have a big team, and they work really hard, and very community people involved as well. So
Yeah.
OSC, just keep doing what we're doing, basically, and maybe bigger and better.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there any chance of opportunity for some offline events, like in the ANZ area or anything like that?
Well, Probe has stepped up to running his own lands in Melbourne for ANZ. So he's got 3 coming up this year, which we're partnered with. OSC are partnered with that. We won't, at this stage, give points towards lands, just because lands, very few players have access to, and they're generally on one day, a one-off. So it doesn't really align with our business model and points model. It's a little bit restricting. We're all about open access and repetitive tournaments and building our rankings around that. So if I decided to put a LAN in this place on that day, maybe only a few people can go, and they would get a large amount of points. It doesn't quite reflect that at the moment, but certainly something we could look at in the future if it was in a more accessible location, or if we were aligned with another event that was already doing that, or maybe we can talk about offline finals for top X in the OSC end of year championship. That's something that we could look at as well.
Yeah.
So who knows where the future will go, but as of right now, no offline lands directly run by us or awarding points.
Gotcha. Cham, leave that webpage open. That way we can see you. The light helps.
This one?
Yeah. Whatever webpage that is, we can actually see you now. So that works.
It's just like the Facebook page. It's all white. I was looking at the Skype, so that's why it was like a little black. So yeah, I will say it like this again.
Eddie, what if you worked with Blizzard and they were like, we really want to do like WCS Australia, like in Sydney, like where they're doing like the what is it? It's IEM, right? They had IEM Sydney.
Yep.
If they wanted to bring StarCraft there, and they wanted your help with that, or whatever they want to like collab on that, would that be something you would be interested in doing then?
If it was like the current WCS format where there are qualifiers and then paid flights for people to get there, yeah, I think that is certainly something we could do because it gives that pathway and help for players to get there.
Yeah.
And we do work very closely with Blizzard ANZ. They're a great group of guys, specifically from Blizzard. We work with many different people within the organisation, but them specifically as our local region, especially for me, they do a lot of good work. And yeah, we would certainly plan to work with them and help them as where we can.
Yeah, I just think that would be a really cool thing. Not only just because it would be great to have some of the players be able to travel to Australia, right, to compete there, but then also for the for StarCraft 2 to be more mainstream, in Australia, to be at one of those bigger tournaments, because when you're at those huge events, there's a lot of people walking around, and a lot of the time, you're just watching everything. Maybe you came for CSGO, but you're like, well, CSGO doesn't start for a couple hours. Okay, well, hey, they have the StarCraft final. Like, I'll watch this. So maybe you get, quite a few people interested that way as well. So it's always good, just for, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. You can draw in a casual audience and hopefully retain a few. And the IAM Sydney for CSGO that you mentioned, that was huge and a big result for Australia. And I think a lot of people will be pushing for another similar event, and certainly from StarCraft, a lot of the opinion from the players is that we're due for a big one. It's just a matter of we're so far away from everybody, it sort of needs to give a bit of assistance for everybody else to come here.
Yeah. And Topher reminds me that the last WCS ANZ qualifier was a LAN, and it was sponsored by Macca's, right?
Yeah, it was sponsored by Macca's, McDonald's, which is really awesome for StarCraft because it's, I believe, one of their first esports sponsorships, and to have that in Australia is pretty cool as well. So credit to the ANZ team there. I actually went to the offline event, top 8, and it was great to see everybody, and it was a beautiful setup at the IM studios. They have a nice setup there, and all the players. It was a great day. It was the first one, and it was a little bit rushed because it was straight after the previous WCS event.
Right.
So like Igers and Seether basically just jumped off the plane and headed to the event. Only got back a day before or something. So that was a little bit rushed, and with the ticketing and everything like that, there's certainly things that will be improved upon quite easily by Blizzard and partners. For the next one, I think, it's going to be even better, huge, and the format should remain the same. And yeah, fantastic. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, that's it's awesome. So for the both of you, then, what's the? I mean, obviously the next thing is Valencia, but what tournament are you both looking forward to the most?
Well, for me, I am focusing on WCS events, which is Valencia and Montreal. I think this event of Valencia is even more worth because after Valencia it will be the GSL versus the World.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't announced the format or anything, but I am really interested to go anyway. So those are like the two big events that I have. And of course, focusing on the OSC League to get those points to still be rank 1 and also the money.
Yeah.
And the next time I have Copa America is the last qualifier, which they haven't announced the date, I think. I'm not sure. But I think it's going to be after Valencia. So those are the main things for me to focus as a player.
And what about for you, Eddie?
Just
as a fan. So not
as a fan.
Yeah, just as a fan.
Well, I'll watch anything. I love StarCraft, so give me a $15 tournament or whatever, I'll watch it. But obviously the WCS ones are big, and local challenger leagues are fantastic as well, whether that be Copa or EU or the Taiwanese scene. There's great games, and there's great stories to come out of those challenger formats. So look forward to those. I think maybe Montreal and BlizzCon. As each one comes up, it's going to get bigger and bigger, so I'll be watching them. And I mentioned before, I want to set up a big Masters Cup number 100.
Right.
That's little bit close to me. And otherwise, just business as usual, tournaments every day. So,
What about for the both of you? What about like I Am Shanghai? Because don't forget that's sneaking right in.
sneaking in there. I'll certainly follow the results and try and tune in. There will be great games, and the player list looks a little insane. The top 16 that have qualified. It's great to see 2 Chinese guys getting a go on home soil.
Yeah.
Personally, I prefer a bit of a mix. I prefer to see some foreigners in there, but I'll definitely be watching that and looking forward to good games.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I'll give you guys a little bit of opportunity in the chat to get any questions you have in for Cham or Eddie. We'll start to wrap it up here. So I just wanted to, again, thanks our sponsors and Sloth Esports for sponsoring the show, and then our new sponsor, 1F Pro. Those guys are awesome. Have a lot of Australians on that team as well. So I was actually talking with one of the players today. He didn't know what a Yowie was. You know what the Yowie is, right, Eddie?
Yowie, is that like the chocolate?
No, it's same name. You don't know about the Yowie either? How did I know about this? Yowie's like the Australian Bigfoot. So it's just like an urban legend. It's like the drop bear, you know? I don't know how I found out about it then, but for some reason I knew about it. He had no idea either. And he's like from South Wales, which is like where it originated. I was like, "Oh, how do you not know about this if it's like where you live?"
Okay, I'm not from there, but maybe there's certainly a lot of mountains up there. It could be something tied into that. But I know we've got the drop bears. They're quite common. Dingoes, big cats in the bush and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, may well be. I haven't explored that area myself. So
what's the water one too? Isn't there a water? What the fuck is it? The barnip, or the? Do you know what I'm talking about for that one?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm
probably just replicating like all the big stories around the world, like Loch Ness Monster Australian version.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why I always find that random stuff interesting, like urban legends and shit. But yeah, so again, big shout out to Sloth Esports and 1F Pro. Thanks for everyone who's following. If you guys are enjoying the show, hit that follow button. Of course, you can support us through donations. Right now, all the donations are going towards funding our trips to Atlanta later this month, and then for Montreal in September. Yeah, you can donate.
You guys have a new sub button too, yeah? Get on that.
Yeah. We do have the sub. We've got 3 emotes for the 3 different levels. You get your yellow, your standard dank. Then you got the silver dank for the next level, and then you have the golden dank for the top tier. If you didn't. Dank. Yeah, the 3 tiers, man. Yeah, there's the BYOC in Atlanta that Base Trade's putting on 7.5K prize pool, so that'll be really cool. So yeah, that'll be my next thing. I got my press pass for down there, so that'll be our next live event coverage. One of the cool things Twitch I just tested it yesterday. You can actually finally go live from your phone from the Twitch app, and then have it go directly to your stream. So I was toying around with that. It actually works pretty well, so I'm pretty hyped for that. So I can do some more relaxed interviews, walk around the event, give everyone kind of a live preview of what that's like, and then also sit down and do some more serious interviews as well. So yeah, just a really cool thing. How come Eddie is on every match Reno? Is he like a billionaire or just passion?
The question to me? Because nearly all those events are OSC partnered, so we pay directly our share of the money towards that, and that comes through my account through Twitch. There's no OSC Twitch, so I pay on their behalf.
So billionaire, got it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's both, man. He's that billionaire. He's that passionate billionaire.
I have a modest job, so
okay. Guys, he's just a millionaire. Okay, he's not a billionaire. It's okay.
I like to work in a modest job.
Yeah. But no, yeah, so we got a lot of cool stuff going on. Obviously, OSC with the team and everything. Obviously with Valencia for Cham is the next big event. So there's a lot of great stuff going on. It was wonderful to talk to both of you. Thank you both very, very much for coming on. I really appreciate that. Cham, we were wondering if you might give us a David Kim please, but in Spanish. We do that for all the players. We have them say David Kim please.
Okay, for sure. David Kim, por favor.
So I don't know what we're doing with that. Apparently, we're going to throw those all together and get every single player that we've ever interviewed and chop it all up and do one big David Kim please meme.
Yeah, for sure that would be great.
So appreciate that, man. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the show, like I said, hit that follow button. If you feel like supporting us, you got the you can donate. You can donate through bits or the donate button. Or yeah, the best way is just by subbing. We're on every week. Next week we will have Splice Solar on the show, so that'll be exciting. Talk to him. The following week we will have probably the winner of Valencia, as long as it's not Neeb again. Since he's like the only one that just refuses.
You'll be getting Cham back again.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
And then we can talk about how he crushed everyone. I would love that, actually. I would absolutely love that. Like, don't get me, like, that would be perfect.
I would love it even more, man. The points and the money, man.
Exactly.
I will be the billionaire.
Get you that BlizzCon seat. Exactly. But yeah, that's the kind of schedule we're working with right now. So yeah, really appreciate everyone for watching. Have a good night, and I'm going to find someone for us to host real quick. So let's just see who we got here.